All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue here. We're just going to do a quick simulation. Norbert Klein is going to get all the starts, unless, again, he loses like 3 or 4 in a row. But in the last video, we made those trades. We unloaded Braden Holtby to the Pittsburgh Penguins for a first and a fourth, and we traded, I forget what we gave up. It was like Desharnais, DeSantis, yeah, and then 3 draft picks. I think it was 2 seconds and a third for Teemu Hartkanainen. All right, so we got our team. We've already edited our lines. We've already played one game. We won 5-3. So let's just go up to the trade deadline, past the trade deadline. Let's finish up the regular season. Let's see if we can win that President's Trophy so that we can set up tomorrow for the playoffs. All right. I know I wanted to get the rest of the regular season done in the last video, but the trade actually took a while. Trying to negotiate with those damn Edmonton Oilers, and I don't know why Edmonton would want to give up a player like that. Like, I mean, his name was red, right? It's not like I traded for him and I gave up a lot. Like, they wanted to give him up. I wonder why, because they were first in the West last time we checked it out. He's a grinder, perfect third or fourth liner for them. I don't know. Maybe they just felt like they could get something back for it. But did they really get anything back that would help their team out this year? That's what I mean. It seemed like it was more of a rebuilding trade for them, giving up in his prime grinder, 26 years old, for 2 seconds a third. A rookie who hasn't been signed, and Desharnais. I mean, Jesus. Maybe Desharnais fills out their second or third line for them a little bit better. Offensively, I could see that, but damn. And look at this, man. We're winning games. And Matthew Lalonde, 30 goals before, pretty much. 30 goals before. Oh, look at this. Hang on. Oh! Are you kidding me? Edmonton acquired Duncan Keith for a first-round pick, Zach Hamill, and Pitlick. Holy shiza beniza. Edmonton is trading crazy shit around. All right, I want to check that out right now. I know you guys want to see it as well. I was keeping an eye on that freaking, what's it called? the transaction meter or whatever you want to call it. Holy crap, they did not just make that trade for Duncan Keith. They did not just do that. Holy shit, Edmonton. Imagine they still had Hartkanainen. Maybe that's why they wanted to give him up. Salary cap dump, all right? So there you go now. Like Yakupov, Sedin, Eberle, Rajala, the Nuge, and Taylor Hall. Now imagine they had Hartkanainen, Gagne, and Pajärvi, and then Forney, Lander, and Desharnais. There's Desharnais, all right? So it's not a bad, but now look at this. Duncan, Keith, Tomernes, Toibert, Petrie, Stewart, and Peckham. Oh, what a team! Look at that team. That is a filthy team. Jesus. Yeah, they just don't have a goalie, man. Well, they do. 83 overall is good enough. What am I talking about? All right, so there you go. Duncan Keith to Edmonton. Jesus. The Oilers, they are stacking up for a cup run, man. Holy crap. All right, so let's just keep the simulation going here. Oh, indigestion. All right. Come on now. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to skip the trade deadline. There's no trades that I want to make. There's nobody on our team that I want to trade for draft picks. There's no other pieces of the puzzle that I want coming back, because really there's nothing that we can trade. I have a plethora of forward prospects that are 3.5 stars, but let's grow those players. Let's see if maybe 1 or 2 of them can get up to like 83 overall. It is possible. Look at Hartkanainen. All right, that guy is like at 85 overall. He's a 3.5 star potential. All right, and there you go. We're winning games. Hell yeah. Matthew Lalonde, he's got that 30 goals, and so maybe a 40 goal scorer. He's kind of slowing down a little bit now. But he's got to get 10 goals in like maybe the last 18, 16 games or something like that. It's possible. He's got 30. You know what? He's looking like a 40 goal scorer. And Lalonde's been leading our goals for like the whole season. I haven't seen Ovechkin up there once, I don't think. And look at Backstrom. 50 points, 50 assists, which is good for him. WHL. All right, we need to scout defensemen. All right, we need defensemen. Yes. We're good for now because our defensemen are young, but still, we need to get on top of bringing in prospects for future GM. So 6 weeks in the WHL for defensemen. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I mean, Norbert Klein is not losing games. I mean, Jesus. I haven't even been keeping up. We're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game winning streak right now. So let's just keep it up. Norbert Klein is the man. That's why we traded Braden Holtby, all right? Norbert Klein clearly distinguished himself as the #1 starter. And I agree with you guys that that Dance guy was definitely good enough to be the backup. Is that 10 in a row now? Jesus. Trade deadline. I can't talk right now. Jesus! It's so early. Continue. I'm not even going to go into the trade deadline, all right? Let's just continue, skip it. I like the way our team is playing right now. Don't need to make any trades whatsoever. Nicholas Backstrom could be a 60 assist guy this year. That's what Nicholas Backstrom needs to be doing because, you know, he's only going to get like a good 10, 15 goals maybe even less. So to be a point-a-game player, he needs to get up to at least 60 assists. All right, and it looks like he's going to do it this year, guaranteeing himself that 70-point season. So I'm very happy with that. And look at this. Our team is tearing it up. And oh, my God. 4 games in 4 days, and we own them. Jesus. Hart Kananen might have been the perfect addition to this team. All right, there's 1 loss. All right, so it finally got broken up. I don't even know how many games in a row that was. What, 12, 14, 13 games or something like that? 11 maybe? Jesus. Come on, come back with a win. There's another win, all right? I just didn't want... If Norbert Klein loses a few in a row, I will take him out. But he's winning games, man. We're just we're too filthy. And look at that! I just mentioned that. Ovechkin, he's taken over the goal-scoring lead. So we have 2... Looks like it's going to be 2 plus 35 goal scorers. Hang on. Let me stop the simulation here. Hang on. Because this is going to be a short enough video anyways. Oh, yeah, there's still tons of games left. Hang on. 2, 6, 8, 10. 10 games left, all right? So... I'd say Lalonde has something around 33, 34. So in 10 games, can he get 6 goals? Can Ovechkin get 5 goals in 10 games? I'd love to see 2 40-goal scorers, you know? Having a 40-goal scorer on your first line and a 40-goal scorer on your second line? Hell yeah. And Josh Morrissey could be up there too, you know? He could have like 31, 32, just always behind those guys so you never see them, you know? I'm just trying to think. If we lose this game, I'm taking out Klein. Give him one rest before the playoffs, basically. What's going to happen? Hang on. What's going to happen? There's another win. All right, if he loses one more game, I'll take him out, all right? Doesn't matter if it's a game that he should have got some goals for or whatever. If he loses one more game, just to give him that rest, I'll take him out. But our goals for is just skyrocketing right now. All right, well, I'm just going to take him out. I'm not saying it was his fault, boys, but we're just going to give him that one more rest, and then he can own the rest of the regular season and go into the playoffs, okay? So just one game for Oscar Dansk or whatever his name is. Just give, what's his name? You know what? Hang on. You know what I'll do? Hang on. No. Let me do that again. Coaching options, edit lines. Let me go back to Norbert Klein. All right. Let me play Klein for this game. The split that's on the road we'll give to Dansk, and then he has a break, 2 games, and then head into the playoffs. All right. So we'll give Norbert Klein these 3 games no matter what. I could check the playoff race or the President's Trophy race, but hang on. I don't really care because we just have to win games, all right? We still do have a lot of regulation losses, those 21 regulation losses, you know? It's not like having 16 regulation losses with like 8 overtime losses, which makes up for it, you know? That is still a lot of regulation losses, but we are still up to 53 wins, so all right, so again, there's a loss. Even though we only let in 1 goal, I'm still just going to go to Oscar Dansk, give him 1 start, give Norbert Klein the break. Well, maybe I shouldn't, actually. Hang on. Let me just... Eastern Conference, 111. Oh, yeah. We completely took over the NHL after this. Jesus, we've won the President's Trophy. So, Oscar Dansk can go in just so not Braden Hope. Yeah, those days are gone. Norbert Klein. So, he can get a little bit of a rest, all right? When's the last time we lost 2 games in a row? Jesus. All right. Norbert Klein, you can go back in there. All right. And... Whoa. There you go. And you can finish up the regular season. So, 2 more games. Man, what a turnaround this season has been. And look at Ovechkin. He did become that 40-goal scorer, so that's very good. And Backstrom, 65 assists. So, man, we haven't seen what Josh Morrissey's been doing yet, but you can tell that Josh Morrissey was definitely better offensively than Datsuk. You know what I mean? I'm not saying defensively. I'm not saying better overall, but better for scoring goals and racking up points. Scouting assignments. Defenseman. We just did the WHL, right? Let's go, you know what? We're freaking year 5 now. I could find good players in other leagues now. No, 3 now. Star. No. Best are still in Canada. You know what? This American, yeah. We'll go 6 weeks in America for defense. I'd like to find some one defensive prospect. I know we don't have any draft picks this year, but if there is somebody we can maybe move up for a 3rd rounder, you know, I will do it. So it's still a good job. It's still a smart idea to still scout. You never know. So last game of the regular season, can we win it? Go off on a good note against the Nashville Predators? Yes, we do, all right? So what a regular season for the Washington Capitals. I think another President's Trophy, all right? 55 wins, 22 losses, 5 overtime losses. Ovechkin led our team in goals, so that's good. Even though Lalonde was up there, Ovechkin did what he should have done, you know? Goals against average, Pekka Rinne first, but Norbert Klein, 1.79. Holy crap, an unbelievable season. Jesus, Pekka Rinne must have had an amazing season as well, but Norbert Klein, look at those stats. Wins, Norbert Klein is up there. Points, Josh Morrissey! So he didn't lead our team in goals or assists, but I guess he had the best combination of both. He is the Art Ross winner of the. Well, there's still maybe some games left, but for right now, anyways, 88 points on the season. Who says a defenseman can't play forward, right? So there you go. It is individual stats, right? We just tested it out. Assists, Backstrom led the league in assists with 67, all right, and goals. Ovechkin with 44, Josh Morrissey with 38, and Mathieu Lalonde with 35, all right? So, hell yeah, Josh Morrissey belongs on that first line. Washington with 115 points. Yep, so let's simulate up here. Let's just see when the playoffs start. I'm pretty sure that's... yeah, like, have we won the President's Trophy? Yeah, I mean, we're way above. Unless there's, like, 6 games left for LA. There's no way. All right, so there you go. We are in the playoffs. Stop simulation. All right, back in October when I told you I was expecting 39 wins, I wouldn't have guessed you would pull off 55, all right? Amazing work, blah, 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 blah. So, you guys were saying that those trades for Datsuk and Stashny were bad. Are you sure about that? Because the way I see it, we had a better regular season this year than we've ever had. 115 points. Imagine if we had this team from day one. You know what I mean? Most goals for we've ever had. Only one more goal than 2 years ago. All right, goals against average. Again, Datsuk helped us out a little bit more last year, but only 3 goals more. All right, an unbelievable season for the Washington Capitals. Abso-freaking-lutely. So let's back out of this. So let's do a season wrap-up for our team. Let's go to stats. Team standings. Now, I don't remember these numbers, so you guys, I'm sure, may remember them better than I do. Goals for per game. Look at that. We jumped all the way up to second best in the NHL, 2.99. All right, so that was great. Goals against. Look at that. First in the NHL. So we definitely turned this season around. Unbelievable how it turned around. Power play percentage. Yep, our power play definitely went up. Okay, so, and we didn't even make any changes to our power play. Kind of weird, but it went up, so that's good. Our penalty kill, this should be interesting. Look at that. It went up, I think it was, 81% back at when it was at its lowest. It went from 81% all the way up to 85.2. All right, unbelievable penalty kill now. Our home record, 31-9-1. Our away record, 24-13-4. All right, you Washington Capital fans love coming to the games this year. Jesus, 3-1 ratio at home. And our last 10, we're going into the playoffs 6-4. All right, so pretty good. We definitely turned this season around. We figured out what the best lines for this team were. And my goodness gracious, did it ever work out? But here's going to be the interesting part. We already know what our first line did for us. Our first liners all did what they should be doing. You know, this is why I was complaining in the first 4 years about our first liners. I know they can be pointy gamers. And look, here it is. Here's a perfect example. Ovechkin. This is the kind of season that I expect from a $9.5 million player. 84 points, 44 goals, 40 assists. Thank you, Alexander Ovechkin. And now, look at this. This is what I'm talking about, Nicholas Backstrom. You need 2 snipers beside him for him to really produce, all right? Only the 15 goals, but the 67 assists, all right? Give him 2 snipers, and he can be a point-a-game player. 82 points. So, finally, Backstrom and Ovechkin, they finally have that defining year for us. Mathieu Lalonde, all right? You guys are saying this guy was a bad pickup. Are you crazy? 35 goals, all right? He ended up not being that 40-goal scorer, but that's okay, all right? He still had 60 points on the season, all right? And at the end of the day, he's 20 years old, all right? 12 years at least with this guy on our team, okay? That's 12 years of 60 points at least. Thank you. That was a great trade. Mike Ribeiro, after we moved him up to the second line, 50 points. It wasn't those 70-point seasons that he was getting us, but I've always said it, if your second line can give you 50 points or more, that is a great second line. So thank you, Mike Ribeiro. Louis Eriksson, you know, his goals definitely did suffer because of Mathieu Lalonde, but still almost at 50 points. You know, Lalonde's excess points kind of make up for Eriksson's. So, again, the second line was great for us this year. All right, nothing against that. Hartik Kananen, this guy, a lot of the points came from Edmonton, so you can't really judge. Carlson, 30 points. Again, if your third line gets you 30 points, that's a great season, okay? So, 30 points is great for Carlson. Scheifele, 26. That's decent. What did he do last year? Let's see. Yeah, he had 1 season in the NHL already. He had 18 points. Now he's had 26 with a plus 18. So he did oh my god, I cannot talk. He did do pretty good on that third line for us, all right? We actually did have some depth scoring this year. Travis Moen, no. Zibanejad, no. It looks like Zibanejad is going to be a career defensive third or fourth liner for us, or maybe a trade asset. All right, and then defensively, Josh Morrissey, 88 points, all right? Yes, it was a great call, boys, moving this guy up to a forward position, all right? Couldn't have asked for anything more from this guy. Was this his first NHL season? No, his first NHL season as a forward, all right? So look what he did on defense, and now look what he's done on offense, all right? This guy is clearly a forward. I wish I could change that, but you can't. Carlson, 35, Alsner, 32, Gardner, 29, Johnson, 25, Babchuk, and Grossman, all right? But even though all these players had good points, it doesn't matter because the guy that kept us in the season while we were playing like shit was this guy, Norbert Klein. 69 games played. Oh, 69. Oh, 69 games played. 1.79 goals against average. Are you freaking like that's unbelievable for that many games played? That is unbelievable. 50 wins, 14 losses. Save percentage of 93.86, almost 94, all right, and 9 shutouts, all right. This guy, MVP of our season. I don't care how many points Josh Morrissey got. I don't care what Backstrom did. I don't care what Lalonde did. This guy is our MVP right now, all right. If I had to choose one player who is our best player, it is Norbert Klein. We need this guy, all right. What a great trade this guy was. Great German. He's a great German, all right. So there you go, boys. What an unbelievable turnaround for the Washington Capitals. Statistically, we had our best season. We won that President's Trophy for the second time. And we immediately erased all those negative and bad thoughts about that Datsuk-Stastny trade. Because at the end of the day, we had our best season. Matthew Lalonde is a grade A prospect who's already progressing in the NHL, already putting up points. Josh Morrissey has made everyone say Pavel who. That's right. He has done better for Ovechkin and Backstrom offensively. And the addition of Hart to Kananen, hopefully he's that perfect playoff guy, that perfect third liner going forward with. All right, so I really like what we've done here this year with Washington. This video actually did go on pretty long, but again, another first round exit. I will not put up with that crap. All right, we need to come back and at least make the third round. All right, at least game 6 of round 3. We need to be a top 4 team this year. Okay, so first round against Carey Price and the Montreal Canadiens. I don't give a crap. Everybody better show up this year. All right, boys. So playoffs of Year 5, Round 1, coming out tomorrow. Wish us luck.